What's happening everyone, Nihilate Joey here with the second video of my Dead Space 3 hardcore guide. So we're just picking back up from where we left off from the first video, and Isaac and the rest of the team have had to evacuate the Eudora because it's been obliterated by mines. So this part you're having to escape, eject the capsule and make your way to the Roanoke. I've included this part because you can save ammunition in this part basically, which is like I've been saying all along. This mode you really want to save as much as you can, sell as much as you can. So you've got the essentials like ammunition and stasis. I also might do a separate guide for this in the future for duo and hardcore, because this part on duo is a nightmare. It's not been designed well for the co-op, and you can get a lot of frustrating deaths on this when you're doing it in a co-op with a partner. It's a pain in the arse, so I think I might do a separate guide for duo and hardcore later on. So you don't need to shoot all the mines, you can just dodge in and out, move up and down, don't make any sudden moves. You don't really need to, just kind of keep it nice and steady. You only need to kind of really use more ammunition at the end stage of this run through, when just before you crash through the barrier. It's pretty straightforward enough. This part here is the part you probably use more ammunition than the rest, just to clear a path for you and the rest of them.
Hey, watch it! Watch it! I can't see around it! Then punch through it! Oh no! Oh no!
And that's it, clear, that's you done.
I got it!
So after this, the crew's going to head to the Roanoke. Now you have one of two choices. You can go straight into the Roanoke and head straight to the bench, or you can head around the side of the Roanoke.
Jesus.
When you head around the side of the Roanoke, which is what I'm doing here, I don't usually do this on my own runs, but because this is a guide, I've decided just to put it in. You can pick up the diffraction torus up here. Now this is in a video by Demon Phoenix, and he had a hardcore guide video and he pointed this out. You can pick up the diffraction torus. Now if you go and pick it up, you actually have yourself a weapon tip, or in my case, or in your case if you want to, you can sell it for resources, which is basically what I'm going to do. So you head up to the back, and it's the second row up, sorry, and it's the third window across. There is other things in there, there's a couple of crates, but you don't really need to smash it open. Just go up to it, pick up the diffraction torus, and then head back to the Roanoke. Like I said again, you now have the diffraction torus if you want to use it as a tip, or you have resources for when you get to the bench. So that's where we're off to now. We're off to the first bench. Now by the time you get here, you should have a standard frame, I think a circuit board, and a weapon tip. You can sell all of those. Now what I prefer to do is when I get on here, go through all the sections first, because it's a brand new game. I have a Planet Cracker plasma cutter, which I trade, and I trade my line gun for the rifle and the other plasma cutter, and I sell all the parts, just sell everything. If you have frames, sell them. If you have tips, sell them. Create the weapon that you want, sell everything else. Now, having the sharpshooter tip and the heavy elite frame on this weapon doesn't really do much, especially since I put the plasma core on. It's taken the speed back down again, so the speed boost that you would get off the heavy elite frame is actually kind of voided now. The sharpshooter tip gives you slight increase in speed of the fire, but that's about it. And the Planet Cracker, even with the frame on it, it only gives you 1 bar of power extra. So don't be put off if you only have the standard plasma cutter and a standard weapon. It's not going to make much of a difference at this time. It's only when you start changing tips later on that it might make a difference to you. So again, sell everything. Now you will notice that there's no transducers for your stasis, and you're going to find that this is going to be the case for a while. So don't sell any of your, don't try not to purchase stasis units just now, because I'll tell you why later on further down in the guide. You want to let your transducers build up. So again, another section just to let you know about taking the limbs off and firing them back, how much damage they can do, and actually ammunition they can sell you, and be on point. 2 limbs at the same time. Come down and just use the limbs for the rest of it. a lot more powerful than some of your weapon fire, and they can just save you a lot of ammunition and a lot of time. So we're back at the second bench. And again, in this section you've got a lot of ammunition and a lot of resources to pick up, so pick everything you can up. If you don't have space, just fill it on your bench and pick everything up. Just got a plasma core there, another circuit board down here, and then head on over to the bench. And depending on what weapon loadout you've got, you know, what you do next is up to you. But I sell everything, and the circuit boards I use for my line gun force gun combo. I don't put nothing in the plasma cutter. Even if the plasma cutter was standard, I wouldn't put anything in the plasma cutter, not just yet. You're going to find that for me anyway, I found that the force gun line gun would be a big help in these early sections. The plasma cutter is a good weapon for certain uses, and this is what I was talking about earlier on about having your weapons working together. So if you look again, my transducers are still down. You know, I can purchase a stasis pack if I wanted to, but there's no point. And I have quite enough stasis anyway, so I'm pretty much fine. I don't miss one. And then we're back out. So again, this section is showing you how you can use, instead of just your weaponry and your ammunition, things that are around about you to make your life much easier and deal a lot more damage to necromorphs than you would if you were just using your standard weapons by themselves. So that's really the key to these modes, the harder modes, is saving ammunition and saving your basic resources. I didn't need to use any ammunition there. Even something as simple as a crate could be used to your advantage. Take the two legs off with the line gun. And don't be afraid to drop, if you have life, maybe just a single canister, to pick up this weapon part here. Because like I said, the more you have to sell, you know, the better off you'll be later on, and you're going to pick up a lot of life. So here, the reason why I put this bit in as well is show you how good, you know, you can be using your weapons. Line gun, 3 tentacles off. Now do not, I don't use this see the canister there, I don't use that in this part, and you'll see why later on. I'm going to save it for a bit later. It's all about just taking your time, no rush. There's no need for you just to shoot things and waste ammunition. Now up here is a very good example of how you can use necromorphs to kill other necromorphs basically, and use it to your own advantage. Quick stasis, and that saves you from having to deal with not only the exploder, but if that other necromorph decides to spawn again and spawn new limbs. Now, sometimes I'll do this, sometimes I won't, but I decided again I would put it in this guide. You can use this exploder's bulbous sack, and you can use it actually for your own advantage. You can use it as a weapon. So I'll bring it in here. Now, it didn't work this time for me, and I'll tell you why, but it's still valid and you can use it. Now, I use my force gun to take out the swarm. Very, very good for taking out the swarm. So you don't have any swarm to worry about. Now, I fired that too early. If I'd have fired it maybe a second later, it would have taken out those 2 necromorphs, and I wouldn't be in the position I'm in just now. But, taking my time, and using the weapon for what it's designed for, how it's best used for, is probably the best thing you're going to do. Instead of taking 1 off, take 2, take 3. Again, here we have a situation where the force gun is used to take out the swarm. Now you notice I didn't go to the bench there was no need to go to the bench at that section, I've already beat you one. Now here, we have the way to take out a pregnant without releasing the swarm. Again, I'm going to do another video on how to do it properly and what to do if you do release a swarm. The swarm's a bit different in Dead Space 3 than it is in Dead Space 2, so you have different things to worry about. The swarm doesn't just follow you in this, it goes for dead bodies. Take a leg off and take an arm off. Do not shoot the body. If you shoot the body, you're done for.